in this, we're going to look at approximating value to the nearest whole number and decimal place. Then after this, we move to approximating values to significant figure. So let's take it bit by bit. Now, when you say decimal places, it means after decimal points, what are the numbers I want to show, or I want to display, or I want you to write. That is what decimal place is talking about. And nearest whole number is just the number before decimal place. Let's look at this now. Let's assume they gave something like this. They said, let me change this my marker so that you can see it clearly. Let's assume we are given something like this. They said you should approximate this value to, let's say we have 22.45 to everything to nearest whole number. Approximate to nearest whole number. That is the first one you're going to look at. Now, you have approximate to nearest whole number. There's something you have to know in rounding up and rounding down. If a number is from 0 to 4, you round down. You what? You round down. You round down. And when you are rounding down, it means you turn that number to 0. So the number will be what? Will be 0. If the number is from 5 to 9, you are going to round up. You what? You round up. So when you're rounding up, it means you turn that number to 1. That is what rounding up means. Now for this one, they say you round it up to nearest whole number. Whole number means number before decimal point. It means you just need only this number here. That is what you need here. Only 22. But before you choose 22, no, this 2 is the one that ends this 22 here. You check this next number. Is it up to 5? Are you going to round down or are you going to round up? This number here, it is 4. It is not even up to 5. So it's going to be 0. So what it means, everything here is going to be 0, 0, because you are checking the number next to it. You are not checking this one. Mistake students do make is that they will check, they'll make this one, they'll round it up to 1, they'll add this one making 5, they now round it up to 1 again, to add this one making 23. No, you check the next number after it. You are not concerned about the number that follows this after that one. So that is rounding up for you. So in this particular example now, so the nearest whole number, you are going to round it up to what? So the nearest whole number, you're rounding up this thing is what? Is 22. That is your final answer. Let's assume you are given something like this. They gave you something like this is 0.97. You are asked to what? To round it up to nearest whole number. This is the approximation sign. Nearest whole number, when you check, this is what you need. This 0 here. But you check the next number, is it up to 5? Yes, it's more than 5. So, and our rules say that if it's from 5 to 9, you round up, you turn it to 1. So it means this 9 will become 1. You now add it to this 0, making what? Making 1. So 1 is your final answer. Did you get that logic now? Let's assume they give me another one. Let's say you have like, they gave you 129 point, let's say 0.8. They ask you to what? Round up this number to nearest whole number. To round it up to nearest number, you know this 8 is up to 1, right? You are going to add it up to this one. But you now say, am I going to write 10 here? No, you are not going to write 10. You take this 29 as tens. Because of this 9, assuming it's 8, you can just add it or make it 29. But because it has reached the end of what? Rounding up. So you are going to take this as 29. So it means this one is up to 5. Yeah, you round it up, you turn it to 1. 1 plus 29 now is what? 30. So your answer is 130. Do you get the logic? Now let's look at another one. Let's assume we are given something like this. We have 299.65. Now look at this one. So what do you think the answer will be? Now you know this is what you care about. Nearest whole number now. Now this is 99. After 99, when you add 1 to making 100, but you cannot write 100. It's not possible. So you're going to take this 3 value. This is 299. So make this one to become what? To become 1. You add it to 299, making what? 300. 299 plus 1 is 300. So nearest whole number here is what? It is what? 300. Did you get that what? Did you get that? Let me do another example so that I want you to understand this nearest whole number. let's assume you're given something like this. Let's say you have 52.08. You ask you to round it up to nearest whole number. What will be the answer? Your answer, this one is not up to 5, so this is only what you need. This is what? This is just 52. Did you get the logic now? So this is how whole number, to round a number up to the nearest what? Nearest whole number. So let's move on. Now let's assume now they ask you to round off a number to decimal place. Now this is where it gets funky. Now to decimal place, so sorry for the breakup. I have to just attend to an issue. Sorry for that. Sorry. Let me fix my mic. Sorry for this particular delay. Okay, let's move on to what I'm saying. Now let me zoom this thing so that you can see what I'm writing clearly. Okay, now in when you are rounding off the number to decimal place, they are telling you that after decimal points, no matter the number, I just want to see some numbers. Let's assume they said round up the following to the decimal places given. Now let's assume you are given something like this. This is the number you are given. Again, instead you should round off. Let's assume you are rounding off 0.0786. You're rounding it off to, let's say, they said 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places, and 1 decimal places. So how do you round up this now? So 2 decimal places means after decimal point 2, I want to see only 2 numbers. That is what it means. So it means in this one now, your final answer here will be, so 2 decimal places will be 0. What are the numbers? Is 0 and so this is 1, this is 2, you stop here. But now I told you earlier, you check the next number, is 0 up to 5? Is up to 5 is 8. So you make it what? You make it 1. You make this 8 to be 1. You now add it to this 7, making 8. So your answer here is what? 0.08. That is what? 2 decimal places. If it's 3 decimal places, you know what will be? This will be 1, 2, 3. You stop here. You check the next number. Is it up to 5? Yes, it's up to 5. You make it what? 1. You add it to this 8, making what? 9. So to 3 decimal places, that is 0.079. So this is 3 what? 3 decimal place. Now 1 decimal place now. This is where you have to stop. 1 decimal place, you write 0 points. That is very short. Now 1 decimal place, you stop here. This is what only 1 number after decimal point. But you check the next number, is it up to 5? It's up to 5. You make it what? You make it 1. Add it to this 0, making what? Making 1. So this is what? 1 decimal place. So that is that for that. Now let's look at another one again. Let's assume you are giving something like this. You are given 7.9. Let's say 7.926. You have to round up with 2 decimal, 3 decimal, and 1 decimal places. Now to 2 decimal places, this is just it. Let me add 1 to this, making 4. This is 1, 2, you stop here, Abby. But this is up to 5. You make it 1, add this one, make it 1, 3. So first thing you have to write this thing down. That one is very short. 7 points. Then that will be 9 what? 9 3. That is for what? 2 decimal place. Now for 3 decimal places is 1, 2, 3. You stop here. You check the next number. Is it up to 5? No, it's not up to 5. It's just what? 1. So it's 0. You don't need it. So it's returned to 0. And 0, you just clear it off. So what you have here is 7.926. So this is what? 3 decimal place. Can you recall? I'm still using this number for it. Now for a decimal place, 1 decimal place, it means you stop here, right? You check the next number. Is it up to 5? No, it's not up to 5. So it will be what? 7.9. That is what? 1 decimal place. one decimal place. So I've since to know that what sometimes students make mistake of that after they round it up to 3 decimal place, since we say that okay, round it up to 2 decimal, 3 decimal, and 1 decimal, they will now use this one. They will round it up to another. Let's assume 2 decimal place, then 1 decimal. They'll use this 7.93 for 1 decimal places. No, after you are done with the question you are given, after you are done with it, after you are done with this question, then the answer you get here, you don't need this thing, you throw away. This is 2 decimal places, you take it off, then you check the next one. So you are still going to use the same question given to you to solve the other one. You are not going to use the answer you get for the first one for the second one. No, use the same question to solve for the first one, second, and third one. So let me just let's look at this one. Let's look at this. Let's assume you are given something like this. They ask us to make this one in 1 decimal place. There's a question I saw here. So let's assume you have like 2.99. Let's say 432. So you have to make this thing in what? In, let's say you have 1 decimal place, 2 decimal place, and 3 decimal place. So in this one now, so what are you going to do here? 1 decimal place here, that will be, you have 2 points. Let me write this 2 points. I don't want to 2.432, 2.99432, and 2.99432. So you are rounding this off. You are rounding this off to 1 decimal place. It means you have to write now. What you have to do is that this one is 9. Yeah, you have to stop here. But you check the next number. Is it up to 5? Yes, it's up to 5. You make it what 1. But when you add it to this 9, it becomes 10. No, this is not what you're going to do. So it's going to be 2.9. So when you add 1 to 2.9, that will be 3.0. So what's going to happen is that it's going to go like this: 2.9 plus what? Plus 1. So when you add 1 plus 9 is 10, right? You write 0, you keep what? 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So you have 3.0. So it means this one decimal place will be 3.0. Here's 1 decimal place. Now 2 decimal place, the same thing, you have to stop here, right? But this one is not up to 5. So your answer here, this one is straightforward. That is 2.99. This 2 decimal place. Now 3 decimal place, 1, 2, 3. You stop here. You check the next number. Is it up to 5? It's not up to 5. So it's cancelled off. So what you have is what? 2.994. This 3 decimal place. I hope you understand this very well. Let's move on to significant figure.